And Castile has also embargoed us. So I'm wondering if it would be worth my while to push out of Alexandria instead of Seville. I have a feeling we would actually generate more trade power doing that. And there we go, 3 more cores. We would definitely be stating this. And coring all of that too. That's surely not that cheap. No, we just couldn't afford it. Okay, fair enough. And here we go. Conversion. So you can see the different prices. Gibraltar is a fully cored state, so it's quite cheap. It's 0.4 ducats a month, while the others are rather more expensive. 4 ducats a month for Granada, because Granada is going to be the most developed, and it is not a state, it's a territory. It's also got high unrest, but I don't know if that contributes, and it's also Sunni, but I don't know if that contributes. Let's see if we can see. Cost modified, not at all. Yeah, it doesn't actually show the modifiers. I have a feeling that's a bug. So hopefully that will change in the future. We could barely convert this province. I don't think I'm going to do so just yet. Let's get Almera. And I think I'm also going to increase the autonomy in all of these. Now the other thing I could do is once they are stated, I can make them part of the clergy, and the clergy will help me convert them. Oh, I've been rivals with Castile from the start of the game. I said nothing about being friendly, I just said I wouldn't wipe them out. There's a reason I keep looking to fortify this province. And Almira now, for that reason, for that matter. Am I going to take more of the Straits of Gibraltar? I don't really see any reason to. Yeah, it would allow me to go into North Africa, but I don't really want to go south, I want to go east. Okay, I could take Miltech, that's still ahead of time, don't particularly want to pay for it. So, no thanks. And Granada's going to have separatists pretty soon. So I should probably shift some troops over there. Clergy also reduces unrest, and also missionary maintenance. We just give all 4 of those to the clergy, then root them out later. So the one place that these rebels rising could do damage would be Almira. So I'm going to stick my army here. Granada, Malaga and Gibraltar are all covered by the Malaga fort. So if they do rise up, they're not actually going to do any damage at all. And Flynn's is now strict, so we get additional discipline. That also means that he is now of age. So we can disinherit him. Unfortunately, the wife is 42. I think I've got to do this, though. He's a 6-pointer. The minimum I would accept would be a 9. Do it. And that pisses off Naples, but oh well. They'll recover. Still improving relations with them, I am. One other thing I think I will do is drop a diplomat on just improving relations with allies, just to make sure they stay sweet. Especially if stuff like that happens. Alright, so the rows in Granada. Granada is a mountain, so I'm going to let them take Granada. It won't have any impact because Malaga's there. Then they either have to go to Almira, which is a mountain defense, or Malaga, which is a mountain defense. So make your choice. East or west. Neither of them is a particularly good choice. Whoa, no, no, don't do that. Alright, so they're on a -2. They have a 1-0 ruler. I have a 0-3. I have a lot more morale than they do. Discipline's the same. So is tactics. I have more. In fact, they have a very similar army to ours. We just outclass them. Alright, so that's the Granadan separatists done. The fort will retake that. We've lost our army reformer. And we have quite a few military points, so I think I'm just going to hold off. Don't need to recruit another one. We are ahead of time as is. Then let's unmothball you, and basically we'll just start shifting these guys back over to Valencia because we're probably going to have another uprising relatively soon. Yeah, I saw they're adding Canada to Civ. I need to get back into Civ at some point. I never did play it since they added the Dutch. In a Fall of Civilizations, is that what it's called? Decline and Fall? Rise and Fall? I don't remember. Rightful ownership. No! It's mine! Go away, Naples. Stop claiming all my stuff. Though this is making them very rowdy. Thankfully, I have a truce with the Ottomans. They can't try and support their independence. And I think I should probably go ahead and improve relations with you. And are there any people that I do not have a royal marriage with? I mean, there are people who will accept one, but I'm not allied with you. Okay, now I'm making a bit of money. That's nice. Drill. How's the tech stuff going? So now all of the coring should be cheaper? Okay, apparently if it's stated but not cored, then it doesn't affect the price. For some reason, Gibraltar's just a hell of a lot cheaper than the rest. I think that's got to be missionary strength. I don't pretend to understand the new system. How goes Aragon? So far so good. I need to get a new heir though, otherwise I'm going to be in a PU under France, which will suck. You're hunting pirates. I'm surprised the Tunis tried to... Oh, they stole it from Seville, that's why. Yeah, you can have that bit. Holland has lifted their embargo. Has my truce with England ended yet? Nope. Not until November of this year. And I can raise... Oh, military until 1,100. We've got loads. Does that mean I can demand stuff from them again? Only from the Burkers, though. So I think I'm going to grant you monopoly charters. And then Diplo support. Yeah, the other two I did in February. I did the Burkers first for some reason. The Dutch of all people have no trade bonus. They do have good cities and rivers. Yeah, they can build polders. And I like the Panama Canal wonder that they're adding in the new update. A new noble of the de Valois family with a strong air. Seeing the real you, she turns around. She looks at you. Have you prayed lately, Charles? The question underscores a distance between you that for the past year has been growing. I think you should. I do, almost every night. You laugh. For all of human flaws, she's still your wife. She draws closer, the hint of a smile spreading over her face. What are you laughing at, Charles? So we can get a new heir. This is a 9 and 11 points, which is much better than average. And we have a new heir. Suck it, France. Lose your claim. And this is going to be Nushi. A more friend... oh, no, doesn't see there. A more Spanish name I've never seen before. France is accepting knowledge sharing from Genoa. Really? You're already getting it. You don't need it. That's a waste of money. Well, congrats, Genoa. You just did Con of the Year. Con of the Century. November, December. So what I think I'm going to do is in January we will embrace this. We will take out the 3 loans required to do so. And then we'll concentrate on paying that loan off. So I may stop drilling for a time. Because now I'm going to be losing innovativeness. And we can't be having that. It's not allowed. Actually, is that all I need? That is all I... No, it's not. Need a bit more. I'm going to take 5 loans, and there's a reason for this. I'm going to embrace that. We're going to tech up military and Diplo. And then we're going to spend a bunch of this money on buildings, which should help me improve my economy. May have done one too many there. Let's cancel. Ah, sod it. Nope, we're going to stop you drilling, and then we're going to drop your maintenance, and we're also going to grab the galleys and mothball you as well. So we may lose a little bit of devastation, but so it goes. Muscovy and France are now rivals. And there we go, making the money. Lovely jubbly. So now I will need to pay off the 8 loans, but I think I can do that. You sure I don't have a unique reform in playing as Granada and have a unique one in 3rd row? That's because you're playing as Granada. No, I don't. I'm playing as Aragon, not Granada. And isn't that just Iqta? It's a Muslim unique. In the 3rd row, bureaucracy, centralized, decentralized, and... Oh, Council of Indies. You're right, that is new. That's because it has the same icon as the merchant one. That's why I didn't notice it. That's a bit dodgy. Expel minorities cost minus 30%. Okay. Versus max promoted cultures and autonomy change. Well, I have that through a national idea. Max promoted cultures. Actually, promoted cultures for me is probably more useful. I'm not going to be colonial, and we are going to be very international, especially with the Italians. Our vast colonial territories must have a central administration that reports directly to the crown. Through individual viceroys, still will Although individual viceroys will govern their respective territories, the council will be the supreme colonial authority, and its courts will extend our law to the furthest reaches of the New World. It's really weird that that has not got a new icon. That should have a new icon. An astonishing performance. Recently, a young female troubadour who has won fame across Europe for her unconventional music was invited to perform at your court. The sight of her costume prompted the entire room to gasp. Her songs had countless instances of thinly disguised innuendo and references to unconventional sex acts. At one point, the Archbishop turned scarlet and stormed out the room. The performance concluded. All eyes turn on you to hear your response. Provocative and mesmerizing commentary on romance and gender in contemporary society, or ridiculous trash for stupid people. Gain 20 admin, or a half-price stability guy. He is 57. I'm going to say ridiculous trash for stupid people. Get out of my sight, which apparently gives me a new person. And we're going to pay you instead. Not going to be gaining as much admin, but you're a lot cheaper, so I'll be recovering my economy faster. And you're also younger, so you'll actually stick around. Improve relations with Naples. Is Naples still disloyal? Nope. Now move to Spanish work. Fitting to watch a Spanish play. Fitting to watch the Spain update during Spain work. Spanish. Yeah. I know what you mean. June is still raiding the coasts. Charles de Valois has died, so we need a new royal marriage with you. Oh wow, my legitimacy is terrible. So actually my son's legitimacy is going to be a hell of a lot better. In fact, both of these rulers are going to be very good. 11 points, 12 points. Acceptable. Alright, a bunch of buildings are about to finish. And these should pay off relatively quickly because the payback is pretty strong. I have to say, I do feel the DLC is a lot better than people make it out to be. See, I'm still not sold. I think it's a good DLC, but it's not great, and it's not one I can recommend. Like, I'm not going to say don't buy it. This is not Death or Dishonor. That was really terrible, and I did have a big red warning saying this is terrible. I would just say wait for a sale for this one. Although, that said, it's $10. It's not the most expensive DLC. You really are getting what you're paying for. And if you want to play as the pirates, especially as the pirates, I would say the pirates, if you want to play as a pirate, buy it. If you're just going to play in Iberia, because what are you getting? You're getting the mission tree. Actually, yeah, I seem to be in a very big minority. No, very big minority. I definitely seem to be in a minority in that I just don't care about the missions. I don't like them. And which means I'm getting what? Minority expulsion and orders? Oh, and events. But I haven't really seen that many events except for the Navarra one. Keep looking at that. Oh, new idea. Which is the technology cost? Yes, which I said I was going to get. So we're going to grab the tech cost. Mercenary princes, sandwiched as we are between Castile and France, we need to ensure we have access to soldiers. Let our second and third sons serve as mercenary captains so we have the contacts we need to hire men if required. And yes, we're gaining an extra ducat and a half for constructing those buildings. So I would say the extra 400 ducats that we took out in loans is going to be worthwhile. This will really speed up the rate of paying the loans off. Minority expulsion and you're in the minority. Run, Mordred! I mean, for myself, I probably would have bought the DLC. Bearing in mind, I got this free from Paradox, so making a value consideration for me is more difficult because I did not pay for this. For myself, I would have bought it purely for the pirates, but that's because I love naval play, and I understand that a lot of people don't. So if you're not a massive fan of the naval stuff, you probably won't like the pirates very much. If, however, you do, then the pirates alone would be worth it. For the Iberian stuff... What do I think of Mayo and taxes? Oh, I really like it. Has it been updated for Dharma yet? I must admit I haven't been checking recently. I think Spain should have been given unique interactions with the colonies. I agree. I definitely agree. And maybe some kind of mechanics which better covers the exploits of the conquistadors, like Cortés and Pizarro. The Berkers are not the sole authority within their cities. The clergy also have a strong presence in most big cities going back to their initial founding. Conflicts sometimes arise when the councils of the Berkers implement rules that the clergy disapprove of. Such conflicts have become more and more commonplace, and members of the clergy are openly acting in defiance of the various rules the Berkers have agreed upon in their cities. Delegates from various Berkers dominated cities are now urging us to clarify the situation. Well, as it stands, neither is particularly dangerous. So this is more about who I want to keep the loyalty with. And having just embraced, I can now switch back to my making money so I can get away with the immersive stuff, which means that... Oh, who just has the highest loyalty? Because you're going to recover quicker. I'm going to slide with the Berkers. Simply because you can recover faster. Also, I can side with the clergy, which will help you. There we go. Problem solved. And I can demand some money from you. Boom. And that means I can pay off a loan. Boom. In fact, I can pay off two. No, I can't. Right, the next thing I need to do is go on to the states and territories and change these to trade power. And trade power. You don't have anything. You can just be switched off. And you could also be trade power. In fact, I should save up 200 ducats in order to make Palermo a level 2. And that should quite dramatically increase the amount of money I'm making. Yep, another 2 ducats. Beautiful. Zelbinian, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. A queen consort of the people. It's been clear to us that the queen consort Alejandra is a woman with a heart of gold. She also does her best to please her husband, King Charles I, and treats her friends with unparalleled kindness during a recent trip to Ibiza. Do we really want to know what the Queen's been up to in Ibiza? Queen Consort Alejandra saw the suffering of the poorest peasants of her own eyes, so she went clubbing then. National unrest, -2. I really don't have unrest problems, so I'll take the legitimacy, which is a problem. And in fact, increasing my legitimacy will also increase my unrest reduction. So there. And yes, I do get messages when the loans are due. I think I am going to upgrade the trade first. With new developments in the art of glassmaking and metalwork comes the ability to create more refined scientific instruments. Lenses that magnify the very distant and the very small are invaluable to our astronomers and the natural philosophers, while the chemists hone their craft with more complex metal tools. Recent breakthroughs have given Aragon a scientific edge in the production of this equipment. We can but eagerly await the discoveries that have been made possible. And I am now at 13 innovativeness in 1468. 22 years into the game. 13 innovative. Wait, this game is wrong. Byzantium is still alive. Yeah, they've held out in Moria. And Venice has expanded. Okay, the Ottomans are finally going after the other Turkic miners. What is my interest right now? 3. No, I do think that upgrading this is going to be the better payoff. Can I vassalize the Byzantines? I probably could. I don't see any reason to, though. Oh, and they have Corfu. Still not going to do it. I don't have this love affair with the Byzantines that a lot of people seem to. The Knights, however. The Knights I could probably be persuaded. Our thinkers, taking the cue from the government's relaxed attitude to these things, have started to take an interest in those who are not like us, those who speak a different language or live in a different country. These ideas will help them when it comes to dealing with them. Get an extra Diplo. Alright then. Right, I can now upgrade you. Boop. And Naples is saying they don't like us. That did not last for very long. And also, I can now buy some stuff from the papacy. I mean, this one could be useful. Just saying. Saves me having to get economic for a while. I'm staying on the course for the Ottomans using the Byzantines. Yeah. I can purchase a nobility. Because I hold 3 thrones, so I do as well. Combat capital bonus, colony growth, cavalry to infantry, war tax cost. That thing I always remember to do. Let's go with the war tax cost. Right, chat. You have one job. Remind me when we're at war and we don't have taxes raised. Because it's now free. And tell me it's free, otherwise I'll go, yeah. I'm not a war bull installing. I mean when I'm at war. Tell me then. And the Dutch closing their ports to me again. That's not very nice.